Hello, it's Fellonius the old yapper. Today I'm going to have a short one. It's about gravestones. There was a thing that happened, a news that happened. I'm not totally sure it was 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, but there was some kids playing around on a graveyard, and one of the kids, I think he was like 4 years old, made a gravestone tip all over her and crush her head. She died. Now, normally I wouldn't react to that more than saying, well, that was an accident, accidents happen. And then I would probably add, if the parents had looked after her, that wouldn't happen. But Sweden doesn't work like that. No. Suddenly, every graveyard needed to be more or less bolted fast. It should be totally impossible for a 4-year-old to move it. Now, normally, a gravestone in Sweden are very heavy stuff. I can't lift them. I can't lift them for the life of me on my own. I need to have some help. And just because one little rickety gravestone made an accident, suddenly there are rules all over this country on how to make the gravestone safe. And it's looking very nasty and ugly on our graveyards nowadays. Most people had just put a rope around the gravestone and put a big pole on the backside of the gravestone. That means that they are assuring that as long as the rope is holding up and the wooden pole is actually standing way down in the ground, the gravestone won't fall. It looks nasty, it's disrespectful to the ones that is laying underneath, and totally, for me, this because of one accident. First of all, if the parents had done their bit, it wouldn't have happened. Second of all, accidents do happen. Why? That's not how it works in Sweden. And of course, I have been waiting. What happens to my mother and one of my brothers? Because my second brother, I took his urn and put it beneath my mother's gravestone. So they are together again. Yep. A couple of weeks ago, I got a letter. I need to fix my gravestones. Now, I got 450 kilometers to go just to do that. So I have been contacting people that I know that are helping me with the grave site. And they are taking care of it. So it's no big deal that way. Practically, it's going to be fixed. But when I talked to this help I had, she had control over this matter. First of all, the gravestone they were talking about, my mother's, was already fastened. My brother's gravestone, however, wasn't, and I hadn't got any paper about that. Oh dear. So not just having the problem with it going to look very ugly, suddenly it wasn't even the right stone. Now, well, that's an accident to happen if anything. So I'm just curious, what in the world is going on out there? Now, I know the church is not doing their work properly. We are not Christians anymore. But still, can't you even get the right gravestone? I mean, I have 2 graves to visit if I ever get down there again. I hope I do soon. And they don't even know which one's which. That's odd. So, I gave her a proxy and she is going to fix both of them if that's needed. Anything that is going to be fixed is going to be fixed. And I also gave her a proxy to yell at them, bark at them, give them hell, short-sighted, because I don't like people who doesn't take responsibility for their work. If you're the janitor, if you can see these gravestones each and every day, you should be able to know which one's which. And keep an eye on your children on grave sites. They shouldn't be running around playing with stones. Thanks for listening. Bye.